Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Grabbing the coffee here. If you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe, and thumbs up button. If you're a comer backer, welcome. We got a lot to digest, so let's get into this before I forget where my hairbrush is, which I don't know where Chloe put it. So let's get to moving along so we can talk about the most important thing tonight, and that is the State of the Union. I'll ask Chloe to help me find my brush after my. Oh, it's right here. Okay. So, Biden talked about the economy. Apparently, all these fact numbers are basically saying everything he said was true. I find that to be a bunch of. Oh, and I'm working on a project right now. Once I figure out the Sentinel software, I will be putting in apparently Skagit County, King County, Snohomish County, and Kitsap County. I was actually picking up Kitsap. So one of the prepping tools I will be talking about soon is antennas once me and Higgins figures out what we need. So for some of you out there, let's get on to it. So Biden turned around. I'll have Chloe open this for me when she gets a chance. Because I don't know where my keys went. I think I had them earlier in my pocket or something. I was checking the mail. Anyways, so gotta tell you, we're almost ready to roll. Got a couple more things to do, but nothing major. So, anyways, first of all, I want to say what he's talking about, right? You had Sarah Huckabee Sanders and you had Biden. Well, Biden was talking about one thing and other people were talking about other things. And it wasn't really good. It was actually pretty crappy in my opinion. So, All right, so I'm looking for a basic USB cable. No, I need a USB cable now. Hopefully Higgins, yeah, I think that's what I need right there, a USB A to A cable. You got so many damn things. Anyways, might take a picture of that first. So we got some comments that came in. It says, okay, peeps, keep your head on a swivel. The blue wave isn't going to save you this time. Keep prepping and swing for the fences. Being a lead commentator and teacher's pet, it's easy, but I'm the right job for the job. School's in session. Yeah, school is in session. Next one, but he's not the teacher's pet. That is Zoe. Zoe's the teacher's pet. This one says Black Swan, prep like shit. Rita for Teacher of the Year in prepping. Yes, well, thank you, Teldor. Swing for the fences and rant like hell. Well, I'm about to rant, okay? My fellow Americans, the state of our prepping is strong. Yes, our state of the prepping is strong. Hold on 1 second. See if Chloe will do this for me since I don't know what my key is. Excuse me, Missy. Can you open this so I can use the business? So, I'm going to watch that. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here we go, peeps. Next up is when you hear the sound of the whistle, you march the line. When I say jump, you say how high. Actually, that's my job, not yours. School is now in session, my fellow preppers. Prep. Yes, well, anyways, Higgins emailed me some stuff. I haven't looked over everything. So he sent me the government. So Higgins doesn't think I've seen it. So basically, Sarah Huckabee Sanders was on most of the then he said something about this, Yeah, okay, cool. Let me see. He sent me this. So basically, Higgins is like, oh, well, is it let me put it this way, okay? Higgins doesn't know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go take a picture of the back of the skin. Actually, you know what? I might just go find a picture of it somewhere. Let me see if I can find it on Amazon, because I'll show them what's going on. All right, so go. Hate when they do this. There we go. So, we gotta look for this. The problem is they don't have. What you need. Here we go. See? Okay, so what I'm going to do is send Higgins an email real quick, and then we'll continue. So basically, Sarah, I'm going to get to the Biden stuff first, okay? Because you guys need to prep, because this is not good. All right, so basically he turns around and he hold on a sec. Okay, that should work. So basically, he turns around and he's talking about police reform. Well, first of all, you're in a red state like that. One African American guy got killed. He's basically pitting whites against African Americans and Latinos. That's the first thing. Well, man, I'm going to look at some stuff real quick. I think it's this one, maybe, or. I think it's this. I don't want a micro. That's the thing. I can't have a micro. Unfortunately, it's getting harder and harder to get a plug, because all they're doing is micros, and it's starting to piss me off. I saw one, but I don't know what the brand is. Maybe I can find one. Anyways, saw something a minute ago with this. Can I get it in? Maybe I can get 10 feet. All right, there we go. So once Higgins tells me, I will order this tonight so I get the extra cable so I can work on things. So, anyways, so he turns around and he's talking about, he's pitting everyone against each other. That's what he's doing. He's literally pitting everyone against each other. And to me, I thought that was. So, anyways, so then all of a sudden we're talking and relaxing, right? And anyways, Chloe watched it. Chloe thought it was very good. I thought when he broke down the entire discussion, right, I thought it was kind of a bunch of bullshit. So what I'm going to do is grab some of my notes I made. And I'm going to tell you, yeah, so apparently fact checking, they're still fact checking everything, like good paying jobs he's claiming he created, and the fact checker says yes. So basically he says Donald Trump opened his mouth again before the State of the Union. It says Biden's accused of waging war and free speech. That, in my opinion, is true, because basically, everyone around us is getting censored, which is wrong. Leading us to the brink of World War III and weaponizing the Department of Justice. Well, I'm still working on the third one, the Department of Justice. I'm still researching, but World War III is definitely on the table. So then Donald Trump says he's going to run again, if the Justice Department doesn't put him in an orange jumper first. So basically, then you had the argument of the whole ordeal with people calling Biden a liar and everything. I mean, it's a State of the Union address. I know they want to make a point, but still, it was just downright wrong, to do that. So right here, right? So basically, you got the Republicans all doing you need to go with us because of failed leadership in the Democratic Party. Sorry to say, but if I was president, I'd tell it like it is. Both fucking parties failed you as an American people. And that's the truth in this damn country. So they're all basically now trying to basically make themselves look good. And then you got Sarah Huckabee Sanders again saying, we need new leadership. What we need is to find someone in this country that can lead you without worrying about other crap. Huckabee also said he's unfit to serve as commander in chief. Yeah, but you can't just remove him for 2 more years. So until then. So then, he's talking about different benefits, right? One was we need to give more money to the parents with child tax credits, which could bankrupt the country more. Then he says, you know. So then he's talking about we need to give more money to the mental health system and more mental health in schools. It don't work. That dog don't hunt. I mean, that's my opinion. And then all this crap going on. And on police reform, they bring in. I mean, I mean, yeah, I mean, ban the weapons. Yeah, right. I mean, literally, like, they're going to really ban the weapons. I mean, come on. He had to go talk about banning assault weapons. Like, that's really going to work in this country. No, looks like someone emailed me again. Let me see. Do I have my other email access? Nope. So basically, another thing he says was we got to ban assault weapons. Well, what is an assault weapon? A weapon could be used as any type of assault. Knife could be an assault weapon because it assaulted someone. A gun's a weapon because it assaulted someone. My cousin Bob could turn around and basically beat the shit out of me with a baseball bat. He turned around and you know what he said? He said, oh, great. So there's this guy here that's trying to scam me again. Every time he emails me some crap and says, oh, you know, click this link to do. And I'm not giving you anything, dude. He's a scammer and a. So, anyways, oh, got another one from AOL. Yeah, same guy basically followed me yet again. These guys don't give up. And there we go. So, then, when my cousin Bob could beat the crap out of me with a baseball bat or golf club. They should have banned golf club. You remember George Carlin? Ban everything. I think I'll turn the heater on for a bit. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight, by the way. If you like my content, feel free to donate if you want. There's a donation page or email me on the About Me page if you just want to give suggestions. He literally is like, ban the assault weapons. Anything could be assault weapons. If I cut up Brother Higgins with a butter knife, that would be considered an assault weapon. You know, then it's the same goes if we were using the hammer thing, you know. But you know, they're using Tier Nichols as a bargaining chip on the table for police reforms. And then let's talk about Kevin McCarthy. He did not budge one bit. He was like, I mean, literally, the guy did not know what the hell he was doing, you know. And because of it, the American people need to realize that was just basically a crapshoot, you know. And half the Democrats are not half the Republicans were just sitting there like, literally. You got to listen to Tildor because he's completely right. The black swan's upon us, and you guys got to keep repping. You know. The State of the Union is strong. No, it isn't. The State of the Union is divided. What the hell is he smoking? Maybe he's been smoking some of that new fine one-hitter quit ganja because I don't see anything about the State of the Union strong. I think he's, you know. Now, one of the things, I'm going through my notes, by the way, as I go down. He also talked about China, charging the threat to their sovereignty and their country. We will act, blah, blah, blah. That's a threat against China right there. I mean, literally, what if this whole balloon thing was a big old nothing burger, huh? Then what? So, got to ask yourself that. Let's just go over to my list here. I got to go and check on a couple items. Price load high. Okay, cool. You know, thing is, you know, we shot down the balloon. We're a great, great nation. Really? Thing is he, you know. I mean, look at it. He says we need to ban assault weapons, right? Well, why not we just go and ban hammers while we're at it? Sorry, Paul, for what happened to you, but we got to ban the assault hammer just because it's an assault hammer. You see? Let's continue, shall we? So, you know, manufacturing investments, $300 billion, yada, yada, yada. And then the whole Social Security thing, right? I mean, I don't know what to make of the whole Social Security thing. I mean, literally, they can cut corners by, cutting certain programs, but it wouldn't do any good. I mean, think about it. He turns around tonight and he gives the spiel about how we need to give people at homes, the poor people, internet. Well, Uncle Joe, why not, while we're at it, we give the poor people a new i9 computer while we're at it, and a new laptop and a desktop per family member? Uncle, yeah, you're proposing, and on top of that, internet fiber costs money to install. To me, I thought it was just a bunch of the unemployment is so low. Again, they had the fact checked, and apparently it's accurate. Yeah. You know. And then they're fact checking that in over 200 years, the debt's $31 trillion in 200 years. But 25% of the debt increase was under Donald J. Trump. Blame it on them. But who's the one that had the House and the Senate, huh? Who's the one that gave these stimulus checks and say we need... So, think about it. Then he talks about giving more money and more weapons to Ukraine. I mean, literally. To me, more programs, more mental health. Mental health system broken. You can't fix the mental health system unless you fucking fix it that it's broken, literally, spend no less than 2 minutes on jobs. Then he talks about how he wants almost 6 minutes on healthcare, talking about mental health and the medical thing. $2,000 cap for medicine. Really, $2,000. So you got to spend $2,000 a year, so before you can meet your deductible. So a little over almost 6 minutes 15 seconds on infrastructure. Didn't bring up anything about a power grid or other things, and then 3 minutes and 28 seconds on the economy. I mean, the guy, and the rest of the time it was like, and what is that thing where he was standing there and he's talking? It looked like he was half talking to a wall and half talking to McCarthy. I mean, literally, the guy looked like he was an old senile man going, so anyways, how about those Cubs? So then Biden says he's not going to basically raise it. He wants a debt ceiling. It's raised with no conditions, just like the last 3 times. And then McCarthy's like this. I mean, literally, I was watching McCarthy carefully. Remain vigilant. Yeah, remain vigilant as everyone stays home and stays in their house. I mean, literally. I mean, then he goes on about his high school football coach. I mean, that tells you right there, cutting the deficit, And a new minimum income tax for billionaires. I mean, come on, man. Republicans were all basically shaking their heads on that one. In my opinion, it was just a bunch of hogwash. I mean, literally, To me, it was a bunch of malarkey, Gas is down at their peak. Yeah, right. Summertime, they say, could be $7 to $10 a gallon. Think about it. If we get to summer, unless the black swan incident happens. You see where I'm going with this? I mean, literally, And then, on top of all of this, he wants all construction and all materials to be made in America. Really? How can we do that if we don't have enough factories in this country? I mean, easily living, small companies that make American goods can stay afloat. somewhat, but we rely mostly on Chinese crap. Oh, my scanner was made in Vietnam, by the way. My scanners I got today. So I'm glad the Vietnamese are making my scanners instead of China from one communist country to the next. you know. And then he had to literally basically praise Mitch McConnell. I mean, come on, Mitch McConnell needs to retire. So is Pelosi. So is half the damn Republicans and Democrats that are old. I mean, that's all we have is old political. I mean, look at Patty Murray. She's been in what, the Senate since 1988 or something, 89, something like that. I mean, literally. I mean, literally, in my opinion, it's a bunch of BS, And he says in his thing, 12 million new jobs created. Yeah, maybe part-time jobs, not full-time jobs, because if they're full-time jobs, you'd have 12 million people, which means 12 million more people working, So I don't know what he's smoking, And then he says there's no reason we can't work together. Yeah, because secretly they are working together. They're going to reset the entire debt. They're going to reset the economy. They're going to reset everything, and they're going to cause a depression, which is the black swan effect. And to me, it's a bunch of malarkey. And, they all have to do all this crap, all these things, and all this other crap. And, I mean, literally, is that what it... So apparently the entire Supreme Court's doing that too, So, I mean, State of the Union, they're all like showing everyone coming, and then Biden's message, and then Trump's message, and then this and that. And then you had Mitt Romney telling that George Santos guy, you can't be here. Oh, you impeach the guy, And then he talks about immigration. Yeah, immigration. The guy wants to talk about immigration. I'm sorry to say, but our immigration's broken because you're trying to allow voters to get extra votes for the Democratic Party, but then some of them go Republican anyways. I mean, literally, to me, it's just a bunch of malarkey, Everything you have, I mean, Biden wants to finish the job, You know. Police reform. All these people want police reform. I mean, what do they want police reform as in? I mean, we already heard what's going on. And that's all they're doing, They're just talking and talking and talking, Let's just see. Let's see. That's great. Nancy Pelosi, former House Speaker, says the State of the Union, I think they were protesting, You think? In my opinion, I think it was just a bunch of malarkey. I mean, literally a bunch of malarkey. That's the real truth. The State of the Union, we're basically fractured. I mean, we are fractured to no end. And then Sarah Huckabee says we need new leadership. Yeah, we need new leadership that's not Democratic or Republican. Then maybe this country will get back on its feet. Oh, anyways, thank you, Higgins. So basically, the American people need to realize that we as in people have to realize that country's divided. You got one side that's Republican, one side independent, one side it's Democrat, and they are all basically waiting. You got the Democrats thinking Uncle Sam will fix everything, and listening to Uncle Cracker basically turn around, Uncle Joe Bob basically turn around and say something like, "Well, not Uncle Cracker, but Uncle Joe Bob. Well, he is Cracker Jack actually. He probably wants Cracker Jack in the box. To me, I find it to be kind of sad. And his State of the Union address was pretty crappy in my opinion. So. And then you had, him talking about dumping more money into high speed internet. Apparently, high speed internet, in a lot of people's opinion, is you can't afford it. It's a luxury item. And then you have other people. Everything's a luxury item, it seems. For me, I think everything's a luxury item, to a point of no return. So, anyways, so to me, we'll figure it out in time. So, so, anyways, so my opinion, country's divided. Prepare for World War III and the Black Swan event, aka a banking collapse. In the meantime, uh, so there you have it, peeps. There you have it, peeps. So you have that whole ordeal where he's turning around and literally saying, which literally saying, I gotta check this and I need to check this. Okay, so this one. Okay, check. And then check. Okay, so this one's got $14. This one is check. Hmm. So, anyways, I thought it was pretty crappy in my opinion. I mean, literally, the way he was talking. I mean, literally, talking about funneling more money into broken programs. And yet, they're not focusing on anything else. So, my opinion, it was pretty damn crappy, and I just couldn't handle it watching him tonight. He looked like an old man that half the thing he didn't know what he was talking about, and half the time he was talking to a wall, it seems. I mean, literally. But, he's our commander in chief, so technically it is what it is, So, All right, so all I can say is, you guys got to think, and go from there because, frankly, our country is going down the toilet and we're not stronger. We're getting weaker. The more we deplete our armory, the more we're going to basically pay for it. Anyways, with that said, I want to say to you all that keep on prepping, prep like your life depends on it, and in the end, we're all gonna hurt. So there you have it. I mean, literally, in a nutshell, looks like we're going to war with China and Russia and a black swan. I mean, this is big catastrophe waiting to happen. So in the meantime, keep on prepping. Prep like your life depends on it. And I will see you soon for another video on prepping and what to do. So in the meantime, stay strong. And I'll see you later. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion at the subscribe button. Hold some fun for your family, including your dogs, cats, and bunnies, service dogs, service bunnies. Hit the bell notification, thumbs up button, subscribe button. Hold some fun for your family. Just leave the comments nice as always. Thank you and God bless you in everything you do.